What's up, everybody out there? Rothstein here, famed Rothstein from the Betting Public Sports Show. However, today I do not have any picks on this show on this December, what is it, the 28th, 29th? Sunday was 27th, Tuesday, 28th, 29th. Today's Wednesday, December 29th, 2021. We're winding it down. Hopefully we'll take it into the new year here. And, but yeah, I don't have any picks, but usually I am a sports investing handicapper. Pardon me, I got a little bit of, and usually I would give you picks and tell you which ones to hit. Actually, last night was the first losing night of the week for us. The week going starting on Thursday and ending on Wednesdays. But I'm not going to get into that because, like I said, I have no action. So if you feel like you have a gambling problem, you can actually watch this show. All right. Usually I would tell you don't watch. All right. And of course, it's still bucket low, like fuck it though. All right. But been a lot of talk about verses. Jay-Z lately. Remember he made that statement about a week and a half ago. He said, no rapper can stand in front of me on that stage. Basically saying he's unbeatable in the verses. And let's be honest. Well, it set social media off. Everybody, Twitter, Facebook, naming all these people who they think could beat Jay-Z, their favorite artists. Especially all the people from the South. Depending on if you 40 or over, you were naming Scarface and Andre 3000 and all these different, older Southern artists. And then, if the people under 40 were naming people like Wayne, Lil Wayne, T.I., things like that. Some of it was interesting. Some of it was just outrageous and pure dick riding. Let's just be honest. And some of it was, just people just in their feelings, because, either you don't like Jay-Z or you love him too much and he hurt your favorite rapper's feelings. Things like that. Because some of the comments that were made was like, it's clear you haven't been around hip hop long enough and you don't have enough experience in this genre to have a discussion, to have a legitimate, serious discussion. So please shut the fuck up and sit down. Okay? Honestly, some of the statements. And then, like I said, some of the people over 40 that are from the East or, Midwest was saying, what's his name? Nas. Sorry, I should have, what's his name? Nas, my bad, man. I'm sorry. I really am sorry, Nas. My fault, bro. But yeah, Nas and things like that. Diddy, Dre, Snoop, things like that. I'll say this. One thing that was very apparent, Jay-Z said that. No rapper stepped up and said nothing. Now, personally, Snoop already went. Snoop would give him a run for his money. Not saying he beat him. Definitely give him a run for his money. It would go down to the bitter, bloody end. I'm talking about the last three songs. Because it's about, as you know, versus the people, the contestants, the participants, the artists, they go up there and they alternate playing songs. And, I guess it's about which one was the bigger, but it's really just a fan appreciation, because the fans are rocking. I've never heard a versus song get played that fans wasn't really rocking to, except for there were a couple, but, for the most part, it's really for the fans and, because you get to see two of your favorite artists essentially in concert at the same time. They're playing, at least a verse or two from each of these records. And it's kind of all about sequencing, like an album. What order do you play these songs? Because this video is basically inspired by a tweet I saw. A guy, he was tweeting, and he said, Jay-Z doesn't have a song that can beat 50 Cent in the club. Again, whether you agree with that or not, that's not what I'm here for. Just going over Jay's catalog on the top of my head, all I'm going to say is that In the Club's a tough out. I don't give a fuck who it is. Jay-Z, Wayne, T.I., Scarface, anybody. In the Club's going to be a tough out. Dre, Diddy, and Ice Cube, In the Club's a fucking tough out. Yeah, some guy was even trying to say that In the Club is, some people might like that. Some people, if you don't like in the club, you weren't around in 2002 or 3. That's all that is. You just weren't around. Like, that song was inescapable. I remember I was working at a TV news station, in a local TV news station. I remember I had to write a story about 50 Cent coming to town. And, I think I put In the Club in the story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Okay, but he said that Jay-Z doesn't have a song that can beat In the Club. And then some guy replied, that's laughable. Just first of all, if you're supposed to be a hip-hop scholar on Twitter and all these social media sites, you cannot just be blatantly dismissive to somebody. If you disagree, tell them why you disagree. Being blatantly dismissive doesn't make you right or more authentic than anything. Some of y'all need to get off your own dicks. Let's just be honest about that. Pause, no on, whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say. Get off your own shit, for real. Okay? Now, look, coffee there. But yeah, In the Club, that's a tough out. I don't give a fuck. And that's what I was going to talk about on this video. Are there any songs in the verses that are unbeatable? I think there are. I think there's definitely one from hip-hop, maybe two. And then definitely one from R&B and maybe a second. Now, these songs are tough outs that I'm going to name here first. These are tough outs. Like, what I mean by a tough out is there's only maybe a handful of songs that's going to even give consideration to beating it. The best you can hope for if the other artist plays these songs, the best you're going to hope for is a stalemate, a tie. And those songs are from hip-hop. Two of them involving Ice Cube. It Was a Good Day, which is probably closer to unbeatable if I'm being honest. In the Club, of course. It Was a Good Day, In the Club by 50. Fuck the Police, NWA. But the one truly, well, let me see. Benjamins by Diddy and them, Bad Boy Family. Nothing But a G Thing, Dre and Snoop. Pretty much anything off Snoop Doggy Dogg's Doggy Style album, like pretty much anything off there is gonna be a tough out. That was a song. That was an album with 15 singles. Let's keep it a buck. All right. Probably anything off the Chronic. But yeah, because like Death Row in that era, like they really couldn't miss. Juicy. Probably closer to unbeatable. But the one that I know for a fact, or I ain't gonna say I know, the one I truly feel for a fact is unbeatable, EPMD, You Got to Chill. If you're a certain age, if you're of a certain age in this music, that song is like the only song you can pretty much, one of the few songs that you could play with your kids. If you letting kids be kids and, not be hearing violent ass rap songs and cussing at 10 years old, but you can play that with your children and your grandparents and your homies. That's one of the few songs that's like that. And that's why it's always stood the test of time and regions. You Got to Chill, EPMD. I'd also say They Reminisce Over You, Troy, P. Rock and Seal Smooth. That probably falls in that category of tough out. You're going to have a hard time beating that song. You got to be special. But You Got to Chill is probably the only unbeatable rap song, for me anyway. Now, as far as R&B, you got a few more that's going to be tough outs. But just off the top of the head, I'm going to say Montel Jordan. This Is How We Do It. It's going to be a tough out. That's going to be a tough out. That song was everywhere. Let's keep it a buck. Don't kid ourselves. You fucked with that. I hate to say it, but I mean, no disrespect to, any of his alleged victims and whatnot, but R. Kelly, Step in the Name of Love. That's a tough out. That's a tough out. Okay? Rest his soul, Michael Jackson. Billie Jean. Tough out. Tough out. Let's be honest. Okay? Probably one of, I mean, let's be honest, it's a seasonal song, but shit, Mariah Carey, all I Want for Christmas. That's it kind of usurped This Christmas by Donny Hathaway as the Black Christmas jingle. Let's keep it a buck. But I think the one R&B song that's completely unbeatable, like it's even more beatable than the rap's unbeatable than it's more unbeatable than EPMD's You Got to Chill on the rap side. And that would be, God rest her soul, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. You're not beating that song. I don't give a fuck if it's Janet, Mariah. Definitely no disrespect to none of them. Don't get it twisted. And if there was any kind of rumored smoke from back in the day, I don't want to reopen any wounds or anything like that. That's not what this is for either. But Janet, Mariah, Beyonce, like Rihanna, none of y'all ain't got nothing for that. Y'all have nothing for that. I Will Always Love You. That might be the like I always say, Thomas Hearns' right hand that he knocked out Duran with, flush on the chin, was the best thrown punch I've ever seen in my lifetime. You don't have to agree with that. This might be the best recorded record ever. I Will Always Love You. Like, it was just, that's when Whitney was at her apex. Voice was on point. Everything. And she's just singing it so perfectly. And it fit them. It's just everything about that song is fucking perfect. Great writing. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, if I'm being honest, guilty pleasure. Some people, fuck this nigga, No Country. Islands in the Stream with Kenny Rogers. That's going to be a tough out too. If there was a country versus, that would be a tough out. Islands in the Stream. Let's keep it a buck. Come on, man. If you know music, you know these songs. That's at least a tough out, if not unbeatable on the country tip. All right? But yeah, I just wanted to have some fun and shout this out while I'm waiting on the homies to come out. But yeah, hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports betting. My podcast, the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show. You can hear it on Anchor, Spotify, Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Thursdays through Monday, okay? It's not live. I, publish it about 6, 7 a.m. and you just listen when you get a chance. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long each time. Just listen when you get a chance, all right? But for right now, at least, yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, share to this. And on video on the sports betting, I do it Saturdays and Sundays, all right? And, but yeah, but yeah, that's about it, folks. Let's go get our action in. I said, let's go get our action in. See, I think I'm wrapping up my damn sports betting show. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you think. Leave comments. I think those are the unbeatables or at least tough outs. But EPMD on the rap side and I Will Always Love You on the R&B side, those are unbeatables. You're not beating them. If they play that, just go on to the next record. All right? Tell me what you think, y'all, and we'll catch up sometime. All right? But until then, everybody stay safe. Peace.